Hey guys, what is going on? It is kcosmic, and today we're going to be talking about Juggernog in Black Ops Cold War Zombies and how much better it is than it was before. With Season 2 releasing in Black Ops Cold War, we've seen a lot of stuff come to zombies, even more than multiplayer, that is kind of shocking but also kind of cool at the same time. These include the new Outbreak mode, an onslaught map for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and essentially everything we had at launch in terms of grinding, so I mean the weapon classes, our perks, our skills, we can upgrade them even more by 2 more tiers. We've also had some new content added as well, as a new pack-a-punch type. As I mentioned, there has been upgrades to the perks, and a lot of them are really good. What I'm looking at in particular is Juggernog. When we first got our hands on Juggernog in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, it was after Black Ops 4, and Black Ops 4 didn't have Jug, so to see it come back again was amazing. But along with that, the perk is actually really good and lives up to its former self, and even being quite better. Normally when you have Jug, it will give you 50 health. And then when you put to tier 1, it reduces status effects durations by 50%. The next tier, that is tier 2, reads armor plates replenish 25% of additional armor. So whenever you pick up an armor plate off the ground, it will give you 25% more than the standard armor plate. The next tier for Juggernog, which is tier 3, increases maximum health by 100, so obviously that's giving you more health. Just like the first one, but even more. Then moving on to our first new tier, which is tier 4, armor duration increased by 25%. This means that your armor is going to last you longer. Now we are at where it becomes interesting, tier 5. Instead of getting downed on a lethal hit, armor is replenished and the health is reduced to 1. So for those of you who don't know, when you take damage from a zombie, it won't destroy all your armor. It'll go for some of your health as well. What this is going to do is, once you're going to go down, it will take all your armor away and reduce your health to 1. This is kind of similar to how Dying Wish worked, but Dying Wish was a lot better. Dying Wish would put you in a stance in that final mode where the zombies couldn't hit you for a good 9 seconds, I believe. And then you come out of that mode and you'd have 1 health. This, however, is just going to give you that 1 extra hit, kind of like how Dying Wish does. I believe this is fair. This is because Dying Wish had a cooldown, and in this game we don't really have cooldowns. So the way it works, with us getting armor, and we can get armor anytime we want as long as we have the proper currency to afford it, they can absolutely get it, and then you can use this effect over and over again. I think this is a great addition to the perk, and it's very smart. Just like Elemental Pop, which we did in the last episode of these reviews, they brought back another perk inside a perk. Elemental Pop brought back Electric Cherry with its tier 5 effect. The same way, Juggernog kind of brings back Dying Wish, but a much nerfed version of Dying Wish, which is probably to be expected. This is because Dying Wish was kind of overpowered, and I know people don't like the word overpowered being used, so I'll just say it was really good. That was one thing Black Ops 4 did right, adding fun new perks, but I think Black Ops Cold War is possibly going to beat it in that category just because of the perks they've added in so far, and all the fun things done with the tier upgrades. I did this kind of in the last episode as well, and I want to show you just some gameplay of the perk I managed to get. It was kind of hard because you can't, if you're doing this, you're going to go down normally, and it's kind of hard to get this to happen naturally. But essentially what you do is you take all these hits, and then eventually you'll get the perfect shot, as you guys can see here. I got it for you guys just for you to watch to see what really happens. It doesn't look like a lot happens on screen, but I promise you in-game on the higher rounds when zombies are slapping you, it will get you out of that sticky situation and save your life and get you that round 100. As cool as the upgrades are, do I think it's the best upgrades we've gotten for one of the perks so far? And that is absolutely not. Juggernog, it's a lot better than it was, but not by much. And let me explain. As far as the tier 5 ability goes, it's only going to really work when you have armor and when you're about to go down. Let's say you're in a scenario where you've been hit so many times, all your armor is gone, and you only have Jug. That is going to do absolutely nothing for you, compared to a perk like Elemental Pop, where it will consistently have the Electric Cherry effect once you have it at the tier 5. Now some may say I'm nitpicking, but to be quite honest, I don't think I really am. I think Treyarch knew what they were doing when they're going with this perk. They wanted to make it good, but not so good that it was Dying Wish good like we've stated before, because it seems like Treyarch is off and on about balancing. And the majority of the time when you need this perk to work, I really don't think it would. Because if you're in a scenario where you're camping, you're fine, you have full Jug, you have full armor, you're going to be absolutely fine, and you're not going to really need this perk. It's going to be in the situations where you don't have the stuff you need for this to kick in. And I mean them scenarios where everything's lost, you don't have your perks, you have Jug but you don't have armor. One of them scenarios. But when you do have everything and it works out perfectly and it does save your life, it is going to be really good. I know I'm kind of back and forth whether I like this upgrade or not. I do like it, but I can see the flaws in it and how it might not make that much of a difference. And that is not a bad thing, because if they added 50 more health, that would have been cool, but to some people maybe that would have been too much and the game would have gotten quote unquote too easy, as a certain portion of the community, the zombies community, view Black Ops Cold War. Me personally, I think Black Ops Cold is quite a nice balance. Maybe it's somewhat too easy, but the sprinter zombies really do make up for the fact that high rounds are really easy because of the fact that there are only 300 zombies per round and 30 zombies spawn in per horde. But going back to Juggernog, again, I don't think it's too good or too bad. I think it has a little upgrade that it could have needed. I don't think it would have been greatly missed if we didn't have it. The concept of it sounds really cool, like I've said multiple times in this video. I know I'm kind of rambling on a wee bit, but in actual practice, but if they do add in future upgrades, what could we potentially see? Myself, I really do think if they were going to upgrade it even more, I think they should try and avoid giving us more health, even if I don't really care. That's just more the community's sake and people don't get too upset about the game being too easy. But I could see them definitely adding an extra 50 health to your base health. Along with that, I think we all speculated that we'd be getting PhD as an upgrade, and we haven't gotten it here. To be honest, I don't think PhD warrants its own category. Now hear me out here, there are only 2 rocket launchers in the game as of right now, and there are obviously explosives like the C4s or the Semtex or the grenades. The one thing I would want to use it for is the ray gun. Going back to the rocket launchers for a second, I could definitely just see them upgrading the class. For those of you that don't know, we got new classes in this season, them being the rocket launchers and the knives. Now with the rocket launchers, I definitely think they could just add on another tier, stating you don't take splash damage from this weapon. That would make it a lot easier than just adding in a new perk, and honestly, I think I'd prefer that. As much as I love PhD and would love to see it come back just because the design was so cool and the perk jingle was amazing as well, I feel like if there's a way to incorporate it into the base game, like they kind of did with Black Ops 4 with the health and speed cola, which a lot of people didn't like, fair enough, so maybe this is just me, I think it'd be a lot better if they could just fit it in through the weapon classes, just so they don't have to add in a completely new perk for it. This would maybe mean they would work on a new perk for us, so then we wouldn't have to see PhD come back, and then we'd have PhD constantly, all the time, without having to buy it, and it'd be just a lot simpler in my opinion. The one drawback to this is the fact that the ray gun probably wouldn't have it, and to be honest, I feel like it should kind of stay that way. I'm not one of them people that say, oh, it's too overpowered, it's too easy, or if it's not easy enough, you know. I know there's a lot of people that really care about balancing on zombies, and I don't really, to be honest, right? To a certain extent. I think a wonder weapon should be overpowered and should be fun. I do like that high risk, high reward aspect where you can use the ray gun, it's really good, but if you're not careful with it, you're going to down yourself by accident in them critical situations. So I guess for the next tier for Juggernog, if they do any more, I don't know if they will or not, I guess the next tier would be just more health. That'd be the easiest way to do it. And I think the game could warrant it for the higher rounds with the super fast slapping zombies. With that said, folks, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you aren't already for more of these videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!